Hey guys, this is Dominique with the Dominique Effect, and I'm going to show you exactly how to wholesale real estate. Here we go. And this is just a little overview of who I am, a little small overview of who I am. My name is Dominique Royal. I'm a father of two boys, a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old. I'm also a husband of my beautiful wife, Tiara Royal, and I'm also a real estate investor. Okay, and this here is my very first deal. 3007 North Woodrow Avenue. My very first deal. I made $9,700 on this deal. If you guys want to make money exactly like this, just stay tuned and listen to the entire video so you can learn exactly how I flipped this house to make a profit of $9,700. Okay, and I just want to go over a few important things to get me where I am in life. This is my why. This is why I do this. I want to be my own boss. I don't want anyone over me. I don't want to call anyone my boss. I want to be my own boss. I want to change my family tree. I want to travel more. I want to take my wife on every single vacation she can think of. Buy my dream home, my dream car, my dream boat. I'm going to be a billionaire by the age of 38. I'm going to become debt free and leave an inheritance for my kids. Allow my wife to quit her job, which she did a while ago, the beginning of this year. She quit her job. She no longer works for anyone. And I want to give more. And this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to know your why. Put it down in the comment section below. Tell me, what are your goals? Your why shouldn't be money. If anyone is on this video, listening to this video right now, and your why is money, or you're going to the new thing so you can make more money. Some new ideas come up with someone showing you, oh, you can make money this way. You're hopping on the bandwagon trying to do that new thing, trying to hurry up and get quick cash. Please do not watch this video. This video is not for you. Your why shouldn't be money. I don't want your why to be money. If your why is money, that won't motivate you to do anything. You will still be in the same situation that you're in once you get unmotivated, because believe me, this is going to get tiring. You're going to not want to wake up and do this some days. You're not going to want to wake up and talk to certain sellers. You're not going to want to wake up and deal with all the conflict. Money is not going to push you through all of the conflict that you need to be pushed through in order to be successful in this business. Your why should not be money. Your why will motivate you. Your why will keep you going. What's your why? I want you to write your why down right now. Write it down on a piece of paper. I want you to put your why everywhere. I want it in your phone, your vision board, your bathroom mirror, your computer screen, your steering wheel, wherever you can put your why at that you see every day. I want your why to be there, because that is what's going to motivate you. And I want you to say your why out loud every morning and every night. That will keep it on your mind, to keep pushing you, to let you know, hey, you can do this. This is why I'm doing this. And this is a little disclaimer. I am not a lawyer. For any legal advice, seek an attorney or a CPA. Just a little disclaimer. Okay, now we're going to get into the introduction to wholesaling real estate. This is what my business is all about, wholesaling real estate. And for those of you that don't know what wholesaling is, this is what wholesaling is when you find a homeowner willing to sell their property at a discount, you put the property on the contract with the homeowner for a certain price. You market for a buyer and assign the contract with the seller who is selling you the property. You assign that over to the buyer for a profit. And this is just a little example of what wholesaling is. You are here. This is you. You find a seller. Find someone who is willing to sell their property for $25,000, let's just say. $25,000. So you are negotiating with the seller. You and the seller are negotiating for $25,000. So once you get that property on the contract for the $25,000, you go out and you try to find someone who wants to buy that same property from you. So you mark up the price, let's say $10,000. So that person who is buying the property from you, they pay you your $10,000 and they also pay the seller their $25,000. So you make a profit of $10,000 without spending any of your own money. A $10,000 profit, easy as that. I'm going to show you exactly how you can continue to do this every single month. Okay, and I created a wholesaling glossary. I'm going to link it down in the description below. I'm going to do some type of drop box so you can go in and click the link and you can print it off yourself. I have the wholesaling glossary of all of the terms that we use in wholesaling real estate and real estate period. All of the terms, I have it down in the link below. Okay, and now you know exactly what is wholesaling. Now I'm going to show you exactly how can you go out and find deals so you can wholesale. And before we get into finding the deals, I just want to give you a list of myths to avoid. Do not think this, get this out of your head if you're thinking any of this. There are not enough deals. I do not want you guys thinking that. There are more than enough deals out here for everyone. I'll get stuck with the property. That is another myth. A big myth that you should not be thinking about. Nobody will sell their house for that cheap. I don't have enough experience. I'm going to give you guys the experience to wholesale properties every single month. I don't have enough money. You don't need money to wholesale real estate. I'm a realtor. I can invest in real estate. That is another myth. I want you guys to avoid each and every one of these myths. And these are the websites that I do not want you guys to focus on. Hotpads.com, Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Trulia.com, Remax.com. Do not spend your time focusing on these websites. The deals more than likely are not on this website. You're looking for off-market deals that are not on these websites. So please do not waste your time looking on these websites for deals. Okay, and now in order to find a deal, I want you guys to know who you need to be in contact with to get deals. So you can get these deals pennies on the dollar. These are motivated sellers. This is who you're going to purchase your properties from. More than likely, 99% of the time, they're going to be a motivated seller. Well, 100% of the time, they're going to be a motivated seller who you're going to purchase your properties from. And this is an example of a motivated seller, is a property owner who is about to lose their house because they can't keep up with the taxes. That's just a little example of a motivated seller for you guys. Someone who is so motivated, they just want to get rid of the property without any headaches. They just want to hurry and sell the property for any reason. And this is how we're going to know who is a motivated seller. How do we know it's a motivated seller? Things they will say. Things you will hear all the time. Oh, I need to sell my house fast. That is a trait of a motivated seller. I need the money. I need to move out of state. I'm looking to liquidate my portfolio. You will hear that a lot, guys. The house needs a ton of repairs. You will hear each and every one of these mostly every month. Oh, I'm out of state. I'm getting too old to manage the property. How much can you give me? The property was given to me. These are all traits of a motivated seller, guys. If you hear these are the people that you need to be speaking with. The people who speak like this. And these are traits of a non-motivated seller. Things that they will say. Oh, are you nuts? I'm not going to give my property away. Don't call me again. Stop sending me letters. Do not go on my property. These are the people I don't want you guys to waste your time on. Please do not spend your time on these type of homeowners. Spend 100% of your time on these types of homeowners. The people who say things like this. Okay. And the hot zip codes. Before you do anything, you need to find out the hot zip codes buyers are purchasing homes in. You can ask a realtor to send you a list of zip codes with the most cash transactions for the last 6 months. That's the way to get this information. Or you can pull this list yourself on listsource.com. And this here is listsource.com. The title is the actual link. Go ahead and type it in on listsource.com so you can see exactly how it looks. Walk yourself around. And you will also want to register. Hit the register now button so you can get access to all of the information. Once you register all of your information, you're going to go ahead and go to the top left and hit the create your own button. And this is where you're going to go to next. And this is the information that you would need to submit. Being that I'm from Tampa, Florida, I entered Florida. So whatever state you're in or whatever state you would like to wholesale real estate in, go ahead and enter the state there and go down here and find your city. Being that I'm from Tampa, I entered Tampa and you hit add so your city can show up over here. Then next thing you want to do after you enter your state and city, you're going to go up to the property tab. Then you're going to go ahead and select last market sale date. Click the drop down box and select last market sale date and enter the dates. Here you're going to go, the dates will automatically update once you hit the last 6 months. You want to hit this last 6 months button. So, and then push add. Once the dates populate in the fields, click add. Okay, and once you do that, you're going to go, I would go ahead and hit the property button tab again. So you get this, and then I want that first drop down box, I want you to select property type. And these are the property types. You just scroll down here and keep adding them over until you see all of these property types in this box. Make sure you select each one of these property types and hit add. Okay, and next you're going to go ahead and hit the options tab right here. Options tab, and I want you to select each one of these markers here so you can populate this information into your search as well. And notice every time you enter information, this number would go down. You want this number to go down. So make sure your screen matches mine right here. I want you to hit absentee owned. Make sure both of these boxes are selected. Make sure this is no preference and no preference under corporate owned properties. And then once you enter all of that information, your box should look exactly like this. And if you're not from Tampa, your box would say something different here. So your box should look exactly like this. Not the numbers, because it's different in every city and state. But make sure each selection is just like this. And then I want you to go down here to purchase list, down at the bottom. Okay. We're going to act like we're purchasing the list. We're not really going to purchase the list. I want you to go up to partial list, purchase partial list. Click that tab and go down to custom selection. And once you hit custom selection, go down to the drop box, hit the drop box and select zip code. Once you select zip code, you're going to pull up some information just like this. And I want you guys to go ahead and write down all of the top zip codes that has the most records. So you will see something like this. Anything, I would say anything over 80, I would go ahead and write down. And these are your top zip codes. Make sure you scroll down so you can get every single last zip code here. So all the top zip codes I want you to write down. And if you're from Tampa, I went ahead and provided this information for you. At the time of recording this video, these were the top zip codes. You do your own search and find the top zip codes of that time that you're searching. But these, at the time, these are the top zip codes. Okay, once you found the top zip codes, now you need ways to find motivated sellers. The first way is direct mail. Direct mail is when you mail a letter or a postcard directly to the homeowner's address, asking them to purchase their property. In order to send a letter or a postcard, you have to purchase or get a list of sellers and their address. You need the seller's address so you can send the letters to the sellers. This, for me, this is the most effective marketing for my business, direct mail. Okay, and direct mail, again, I'm just giving you little tips of what works for me. Light blue or pink letters work the best. You want either light blue or pink letters. As of right now, I just switched back over to the white letter paper. I will leave a link down in the description below of my exact letters that I send out. I will give you the text that I use, all of that information of what I send out. You want to use invitation envelopes. Any type of invitation envelopes work good. You want them to actually open up your letters because they're receiving a lot of letters from a lot of different wholesalers. So you want them to look at your letter and wonder, hey, what is this? Let me open this letter. You want to use handwritten font. Do not use font that looks typed. Use handwritten font. You want to be different. Don't use the same verbiage as everyone else. Be different. The key is to get them to open your letter, like I said before. Get them to open your letter. You want your letter to stand out. This way, this marketing tactic is more expensive than most of the other marketing, but this works the best for me. Okay, and direct mail postcards is the second way of marketing that I have here. This way is a little cheaper than a direct mail, and this I want you guys to send out, if you do postcards, I want you to send this out every Friday for 5 to 7 weeks. I want you to send postcards out to the same exact list that you purchased. Send it out 5 to 7 weeks. Marketing is key. You want to be consistent. That's the way that you're going to get deals. And this way, this type of marketing is better because they don't have, once they receive it in the mail, they don't have to open anything up. Once they receive it, they can see it and look at it and see exactly what you're trying to say. Some markets, postcards works better. You just have to test out your market to see which way works best for you, for as far as direct mail or postcards. And don't use the same verbiage as everyone else. You don't want to be the exact same, because once they constantly see everyone else's, and if you're different, they're just going to look at it and throw it away just like they do everyone else. I want you guys to be different. Okay, and another way is return mail. Once you send out these direct mail campaigns, you're going to receive a lot of return mail. In most cases, they will have a yellow sticker on the return mail. So what you're going to do is they have the updated address of where the homeowner moved to. What you're going to do is send a new letter or a postcard to the new address. Or you can research and find the homeowner on Facebook, white pages, etc. You can have some luck that way as well. The return mail is a great lead source because other investors do not take the time out to find these homeowners. You're going to make a lot of money doing things that other people hate to do. And also you can skip trace to find the homeowners for the return mail. Go to TLO.com. That's a good skip trace website. A current and findtheseller.com. These are a few good skip tracing websites for you guys. Okay, in direct mail, in order to mail the letter or postcards, you need to purchase a list of the property owners or get a list from somewhere. I'm going to show you exactly how you can go ahead and get the list so you can start sending out letters or postcards. And these are the different types of lists: absentee owners list, free and clear list, probate list, fire damage list, pre-foreclosure list, tax delinquent list, just to name a few. And these are the definitions of the list. I'm not going to go and read verbatim exactly what these lists are. You can read them yourself. And I also have them down in the description box of each one of these phrases are in the glossary. So you know exactly what the list is and what do I mean when I speak of the list. Okay, guys, and these are different ways you can get each one of the lists. An investor-friendly realtor can give you an absentee owner or a pre-foreclosure list. Your county's tax department, they can give you a tax delinquent list. The county courthouse, they can give you a probate list. And Melissa Data, which I use myself, melissadata.com, you can get an absentee owner list. I know other investors who use ListSource and also US Lead List, but I myself use melissadata.com to pull my absentee owner list. Okay, and these are ways to get the tax delinquent list. You Google Hillsborough County or whatever county you're in, Google your county tax department or any county that you're targeting. Google that county's tax department and you call them up, or you can go over to their office. I would much rather call them up, is spending less of your time. Call them up and ask them for the tax delinquent list. If they do not understand for some reason, because sometimes they don't be knowledgeable of all of this information, just ask them for a list of properties that are behind or on their taxes. Okay, and how to get a probate list. You want to go down to your local courthouse and go to the service desk. Ask them exactly where is their probate office. Go to the probate office in my city. They have a book that you get the files from. Other states and cities, they have all of this information online, so you don't even have to leave your house. But being that I'm in Tampa, I have to go down to the courthouse. Most states are online, but there are a few states that you do have to go down to the courthouse to get this information. And if you need help or assistance, please go to the front desk. Ask them anything. They would, if they have to, they would go and show you exactly how to go and get this information. Just contact your courthouse. And this is a way that you can get the probate information. And also, while you're in there writing down the probate information, I want you to write down the probate attorney's name, email, and phone number, so you can contact them. That can be another way that you can purchase a property. And if they don't help you with the probate that you have, just ask them, hey, do you have any more clients that are willing to sell their property? These are all ways to get more deals. Okay, I have the probate list. Now what? So what you're going to do now is send the probate direct mail letter to the homeowners of the property, and link in the description of a exact template that I use to send for my probate leads to the homeowners. You're going to send a letter every week for maybe 5 to 6 weeks. Make sure you keep sending the letters, because sometimes things happen. You don't know if they're in a rush. They had to just lay the letter down, and the next time you send it, they can say, hey, I remember this. So make sure you're consistent with your marketing. And also, I'm going to put in the description below an email template of what I send the attorneys of the probate. And if the attorney doesn't reply to your email, I will go ahead and give the attorney a call and let them know exactly what you're trying to do. Okay, and this is exactly how you're going to get the absentee owner list. This is Melissa data. This is what I use to pull my list. They have other websites that have absentee owner lists as well, but this is the website that I use. So once you go on to melissadata.com, and you're going to get this screen here. You're going to hover over direct mail and click on property. And then you're going to come to this page here. Then you're going to click on get free count. And then this page, you're going to go ahead and enter the zip code from the hot zip codes that I showed you how to get earlier. Enter whatever zip code you want to focus on first. Enter that zip code here and click add count. Make sure you click add count. Next, you're going to go down to property type and make sure you select single family residence, duplex, triplex, or quadplex. Make sure both are selected. And go down to sell date. Go to the sell date tab. And what I normally do is I always go back 10 years from the current date for the to date. I always go back 10 years. And from the from date, I go back 50 to 70 years for more houses. Okay, once you enter that information, you're going to go down and go to the owner type. Make sure each box that's selected here, make sure each box is selected. Okay, and what these boxes are is you want absentee owners only. Absentee owner is a person who owns a property that doesn't live in the property. These are the people that you want to target, the people who own them but don't live there. You want to make sure that you select private owners only. You don't want any corporations or LLCs inside your list. And for the first list, you're going to go ahead and select any county owners. Go down and click update counts. Okay, and down at the bottom, you're going to see the number of records of all of the absentee owners in that zip code. So the next step is go down to the right, the bottom right of the page, and click next step. Okay, and as you can see, for a total of 839 records, you're only paying $117.46. That is a great deal. Go ahead and purchase the list. Make sure you select the .csv file and go down to and click next step. And if you're not signed in, you're going to come to this page and go ahead and create an account. I already have an account, but go ahead and create an account so you can complete purchasing the list. And once you create an account, you're going to come to this page, and I want you to enter the job name. I normally do whatever zip code that I'm doing for at the time. I just enter the job name as that zip code so I can stay organized. And then click checkout. Click there, checkout. And then you just pick which way you would like to pay. If you would like to go ahead and pay through PayPal or check out with your debit card. If you check out with your debit card, click check out with credit card. Okay, and now you have the list purchased on Melissa Data. And once you go ahead and purchase the in-county list like you just did, I want you to go back and purchase the out-of-county list. Go back and enter all of the same information in all of the tabs and click here. Instead of clicking in-county this time, select out-of-county so you can get both in-county and out-of-county. Do not make the mistake that I did by going to in-state owners and out-of-state owners, because one time I purchased each and every one of these lists when I first started, and I found out that all of the information for the in-county is the same for inside the county. When you want to get out-of-state owners, do not select out-of-state. Go ahead and select out-of-county, because every owner out of county you're going to get. So out of county includes in-state and out-of-state. So just go ahead and purchase the out-of-county list. So you want to make sure you purchase the in-county and out-of-county lists. And then you're going to see down at the bottom the number of records would change for you. Once you select out-of-county, just go ahead and go down and go to next step and complete the purchase just how you did for the very first list. Okay, and now you have the list. So now what? What do you do now? I'm going to show you exactly what to do now once you purchase the list. You're going to send out a yellow letter or a postcard like I explained to you earlier, different ways to market yellow letter or postcards. And what I normally do is I send the postcard for the very first time because it's cheaper and you know exactly what address gets returned. And once you receive that return address, you can go ahead and update that and send the letter the second time. Second time through the 7th or 8th time. Send the letter the rest of the mailings. And make sure you use handwritten font. That's the best way to send the yellow letters. And you want to use invitation envelopes for higher open rates because most people don't always receive invitation envelopes. They only receive invitation envelopes for rare occasions like a wedding or any events like that. So you want to make sure you send an invitation envelopes. But if you don't, if the invitation envelopes are a little bit too expensive, what I do is I go to the dollar store and instead of getting the bit long envelopes, I get the shorter envelopes and just fold up my letters to fit the envelope and stuff it in there and send it off. And guys, this is very key. Your money is in the list. Direct mail key pointers are right here. You want to follow up. Keep following up. Follow up is key. Mail to your list at least 6 to 7 times to the same exact list. You don't want to keep switching lists and only mail to each one time. Mail to the same exact list 6 to 7 times and be consistent. Every 3 to 4 weeks, you want to mail again to that same exact list. Mail to the same list every 30 to 60 days. Please do not go over 60 days. You want to be consistent, guys. You're not going to get deals if you keep mailing. You mail 1 month, then wait 3 to 4 months to mail to the same list again. Make sure you keep mailing to the same list. Another way to find motivated sellers is the for sale by owner signs. This is a method of selling your property without the use of an agent or a broker. I know many of you guys have seen these signs all around your town. These are another possible way to find deals. Give that number a call, and down in the description below, I have a link to the for sale by owner script that once you call, you will give all the information or have them give you all the information that you need. Okay, and driving for dollars is another strategy you can use to find motivated sellers. Driving for dollars is just riding around your neighborhood, finding properties that look distressed, finding properties that look vacant, abandoned, boarded up, code violations, old properties. These are the things that you want to be looking for when you're riding around in your car driving for dollars. These are possible deals. Riding around, I know in every neighborhood there are a few abandoned houses. Write those houses down. Write the address down to the property. Okay, when you're driving for dollars, you found the property, now what? So what you're going to do is write the address down. When you're driving for dollars, I have a link in the description box for driving for dollars info sheet. Just fill out all of the information of the property, and want to go ahead and find out who owns the property on the tax assessor's website. So what you're going to do to find out who owns that property, you can go ahead and Google your county tax assessor. So for me, I enter Hillsborough County Tax Assessor, being that I'm located in Hillsborough. And the website to the Hillsborough County Tax Assessor, that is hcpafl.org for you guys who are located in Tampa. Okay, just Google your county tax assessor and click on the link. For me, this is our Hillsborough County tax assessor, tax appraiser. Some call it tax assessor or tax appraiser. They're all the same. Different counties, they look a little different, but you're pretty much doing all the same information on each tax assessor or tax appraiser's website. So for us in Hillsborough County, you want to go to property search. Click property search. And then down in the address tab, address box, you want to go ahead and enter the address of the property you found while driving for dollars. So go ahead and enter the address there and click search. And then you're going to come to this page. Just go ahead and click your address. Make sure that it is your address. I know sometimes multiple addresses will pop up. Make sure you select the correct address. And then this is all of the information. They're going to give you all of the information for the property. They're going to give you the owner's name. They're going to give you their mailing address that they use, and the property's address that you found. They're going to give you that information as well. So what you want to do is write down the owner's name and the owner's mailing address. That is where you're going to send the direct letters or the postcards to the mailing address. Okay, and another strategy to find motivated sellers is bandit signs. I know pretty much every one of you have seen these signs all around your town, whether it's for real estate, mowing grass, we buy junk cars, any signs like that. This is what you're going to want to do. Bandit signs is another good strategy for finding motivated sellers. Just write, hey, I buy houses, fast for cash, any type of language. Just write that on your bandit signs. Go and hang them out all around town. And these are possible ways to find motivated sellers. And with bandit signs, you always want to use a local number wherever you're at. If I'm in Tampa and I start hanging out signs in St. Pete, I don't want to use a Tampa zip code. I want to use a St. Pete zip code. And these, they can be handwritten or printed. It doesn't matter. Handwritten font is better. I would suggest handwritten font. You can have signs printed with handwritten font as well. And the way that you can go about purchasing these bandit signs is there's a website called dirtcheapsigns.com. Or you can go to fastsigns.com. They're located in Tampa for printed or blank signs. Sometimes I like to get the blank signs and I can write them myself. Or you can go to Home Depot and purchase the corrugated blank signs. I recommend putting out 75 to 100 signs per week. 75 to 100 signs per week. That's the only way you're going to get consistent deals, by keep putting these signs out. You can't put out 20 signs 1 week and then wait 3 months and then put out another 20. You got to keep these signs out in these motivated sellers' face, so every time they see your sign, they can think about giving you a call, or they can call you first. And what I recommend you doing is putting these signs out on Fridays. Fridays is when the city, they start to close. Anytime after 5 o'clock on Fridays, I will put them up so you have the whole weekend to have the signs hanging up without the city's people coming around and taking the signs down. So put them out on Friday. I recommend hanging them out up with a sign stapler, not putting them down in the ground. A sign stapler, you can hang them up high on the electric poles, the telephone poles, because I found out once you hang them up, they're too high for the average person to go ahead and pull the signs down. So most of the time, my signs stay up until the wind either blows them down or the rain knocks them down, anything like that. And you want to buy the sign stapler online or make one at Home Depot. There's a YouTube video right now uploaded. They show you exactly how to make a sign stapler very cheap. That is exactly what I did. I made the sign stapler myself. I didn't purchase one. Another possible way to find motivated sellers is by posting on Facebook saying, hey, I buy houses. We buy houses. Post that on your Facebook as a status and have your family and friends share that post so more people can see it. Or you can go ahead and post on Facebook asking Facebook friends to refer properties to you, and you will pay them a referral fee of about $500. However you feel, $500 or $1,000 is good for a referral. You can also post Facebook ads. Facebook ads is a good way to find motivated sellers. Just post Facebook ads stating that you would like to purchase properties in your local market. You can post Facebook videos saying you buy houses, make videos for Facebook. We buy houses websites, or you can make YouTube videos saying you buy houses. You can post ads on Craigslist and Backpage, and you can go to GoSection8.com to find landlords who are looking to rent their properties out, Most of the landlords, they are willing to sell their properties. So just go to gosection8.com and enter your market, and just go to calling all of the landlords to see if they would like to sell their property. Or you can go to online auction sites as HUDHomestore.com, HomeSearch.com, Auction.com, HubZoo.com, and BidForAccess.com. These, you have to do a double closing. You can't do a traditional wholesale deal. I will talk about double closing later in this video. So stay tuned, keep listening, keep watching this video so you can learn every detail to wholesaling real estate. So now we're going to go ahead and go over exactly how to analyze a deal so you know exactly if you have a true deal or not, so you can move forward in the process of wholesaling. We're going to go over what is the ARV, what are comps, how to determine your repairs, and how to determine your MAO, or your maximum allowable offer. Okay, in your ARV, that is the after repair value, the price the property can sell for after all of the repairs. In order to find the ARV, you need to find comps, or your comparables. In order to find your ARV, you need to pull comps. Comps are what the properties are selling for in the same neighborhood as your property, with the same criteria as your property after all the repairs are done on the property. The very best way to find comps is to pull the comps off the MLS. And in order to pull comps off the MLS, if you're not a realtor, is to build a relationship with a investor-friendly realtor. A lot of agents will send you comps. I have a very friendly agent. Any comp that I need, I just send her an email or a text asking her for the comps. I send my property over, and she would send the comps to me. These are the people that you need to find: a friendly investor realtor. Some agents will give you their login information so you can pull the comps yourself. This business is all about building relationships. You need to build relationships with everyone in this business. And where you can find the agents, go on different Facebook groups. Go into the search bar and type wholesale in your city or state, wholesale real estate, and all the different groups. Just go ahead and become a part of the groups. They give you a lot of information. All of the top wholesalers, they give you information in the Facebook groups. You can find realtors on homesearch.com. Just go to homesearch.com and search your city and state, and search. Click on any property and call the agent. Give them a call. Do not be afraid to call anyone. Do not be afraid to talk to anyone in this business. Give them a call and build a relationship with them. And once you get a property, just call them and say, hey, can you pull comps for this property for me? And another way to pull comps, this is not the ideal way. I only do this when I just want a quick estimate of a roundabout of what I think that I can sell the property for. I just go on Zillow.com. Again, this is not the very best way. Their information is not always accurate. Go to the MLS to pull your comps. But if you just have nowhere to find the comps, go ahead and just go on Zillow. I'm telling you now, this information will not be 100% correct all the time. But just go on Zillow.com and you can pull comps that way as well. And you need to know the criteria of the comps. You need to let the realtor know the criteria of the comps. It needs to be in the same exact neighborhood. It needs to be the same square footage. You can go up and down 200 square feet, but not below or above 200 square feet. It needs to be as close as your property as possible. If your property is a wood frame only, search for wood frame homes. Again, if your property is a wood frame home, only search for wood frame homes. If your property is a block home, only search for block homes. Do not cross major roads. If your property is on one side of a major road and another property that sold is on the other side of the road, you cannot use that when that information is not valuable for you or to you, because you cannot use property crossing major roads. Date of the property sold should be no longer than 12 months prior to the date you're searching for the comps. So when you search for the comps, only go back 12 months, 1 year, go back 1 year. You want at least 2 to 3 comps. The more comps you have, the better. I like to get at least 8 if I can, but if there are not many comps in that area, 1 comp is okay. That's fine. 1 comp is okay. Okay, and I'm going to give you the information, show you exactly how to do this on Zillow. So all you have to do is transfer it over to the MLS with the same knowledge. All you're doing is searching for the same exact information. It's just the MLS is more accurate and they have every property. Zillow does not always have all the information. So you go to Zillow.com and the address that you have that you need comps for, type that address in the search bar and click search. And then you're going to pull up this photo of the property, or it may look a little different. You want to go ahead and close this screen out, and then you're going to come to this screen. You want to select more map so more of the map can show on the screen. Okay, once you're here, after you select more map, you want to go and click listing type. Click that tab, listing type. And make sure you unselect everything else and select recently sold. You only want properties that sold within the last 12 months. Those are going to be your comps. So select recently closed. And then go over to the bedrooms. However many bedrooms that your property have, that is the number that you need to select here. So my property has 3 bedrooms, so I'm going to select 3 bedrooms, 3 plus. And then you go over to the More tab. And then you select the exact amount of bathrooms that your property has. And then go to search square feet. And again, like I previously told you, if your property is 1,000 square feet, you want to go up and down 200 square feet. So being that my property is 1,000 square feet, my beginning number is 800 square feet to 1,200 square feet. All I did was go above 200 and below 200. And then go down to sold and last. You want to hit 12 months. That's within the last year. And then go down to click apply. Then once you click apply, it's going to bring up this map. You want to find your property. Wherever your property is on the map, find where your property is. So in between all of the major streets, as you can see, we have MLK, Armenia, Columbus, and I'm not exactly sure what street this is. I can't really see the name. But in between all of the major streets, these are going to be your comps. All of these properties right here are your comps. You want to write down all of these properties that have the same criteria as your property. Make sure that each one has the same amount of bedrooms and bathrooms as yours before you write them down. And here, for instance, I picked this one just so I can give you this example. If you have a river inside of your 4 major streets, make sure that you do not write down any properties that crosses the river, because these are not comps. Anything outside of this box, outside of the major streets, do not write them down. These are not comps. These are not comps for you. Only what's inside of this box, inside of the 4 major streets. These are no good for you. No good for you. Once you write down all of the once you write down your comps, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do next. Okay, you found your comps. Now what? Once you find your comps, you want to add all of the sold prices. Every price that each of the properties sold within your 4 major rows, write down the sold prices, and you want to add up all the numbers. All of these numbers, you need to add them up. You want to divide that number by the number of properties that you wrote down. So I'm going to add up all these properties, and then I'm going to divide by 9, being that it's 9 properties. And then you're going to get your ARV, that's your after repair value. And your ARV, what an ARV is after repair value. Once you fix up the property, what you can sell the property for is your ARV. Okay, you have your ARV. So now we're going to go ahead and estimate your repairs. You need to know your ARV and also estimated repairs as well. Okay, with estimating repairs, there are a few factors to go in when estimating repairs. First, you want to look at the cosmetics. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead and set an appointment with the seller of the property and say, hey, is there any way that I can go out and view the property? Set up an appointment with the seller. They let you go out and view the property, and you write down everything that's wrong with the property. And I have a list of all the repairs that you can add up and come up with a repair estimate. For a paint interior, it's going to be between $600 and $1,000. For the carpet and flooring, if it needs new carpet, you're going to do $1.47 times the square footage of the house. For lights, it's going to be anywhere between $20 and $200. For paint exterior, it's going to be anywhere between $600 and $1,000. For landscape, it's going to be anywhere from $500 to $1,000. And this is when you're remodeling the house. If the house needs to be remodeled, if it needs a new kitchen, if the kitchen is all busted up, it needs a new kitchen, it's going to be anywhere between $6,500 and $10,000. If the bathroom needs to be remodeled, it's going to be anywhere between $2,500 and $5,000. If you need new windows in the property, it's going to be $150 each for each window that needs to be replaced. For window trim that's around the window, that's going to be $150 each. For new appliances for the property, it's going to be in between $1,500 and $2,000. Okay, and this is just estimating repairs. For mechanical repairs like a water heater, that's a $1,000. Central air, the AC unit, $2,500. For new electrical wiring, $4,000. For new plumbing, $3,000. For structural repairs, the roof is around $4,000. And for siding, anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000. Okay, and I have a little, because I've been doing this for a while, I have a little cheat sheet. So once you see exactly what is wrong with the property, instead of you going line by line, trying to add up everything to come up with the repairs, I did a little quick estimate. So if you go to a property and you see it only needs cosmetic, quick repair estimate is $10,000. For cosmetic only, $10,000. If you go on the property and needs cosmetic and new kitchen and new baths, or a remodeled kitchen and remodeled baths, I would do $20,000 for the repairs. If you go into the property and it needs cosmetic, new kitchen, new baths, and new roof, the quick estimate is $25,000. If you go on a property and it needs cosmetic, new kitchen, bathroom, central air, and a roof, the quick estimate is $30,000. If you go in the property and the property needs everything remodeled, everything needs to be done, the quick estimate is between $35,000 and $45,000. Quick estimates only apply to homes between 1,000 and 2,000 square feet. For homes 2,000 square feet and above, increase estimate by 30%. For rental homes, lower estimates by 40%, because landlords, they're not really remodeling the full house. They do the bare minimum to get that house rented out. So you want to lower that estimate by 40%. And this is a little estimate quiz, or not really a quiz, just something to get you familiar with what you're going to be looking for. Like, say for instance, this house needs cosmetic work. For instance, a new roof, needs a new kitchen, needs a new bathroom. The quick estimate would be $25,000 to rehab this house. Okay, now you have your estimate. And remember, your estimate is only an estimate. It doesn't have to be down to the T. You don't have to have it 100% right. But if you see the property needs $30,000 in work, do not try to say the property only needs $15,000 in work. Now that you know the quick estimate, we're going to need to know the MAO, the maximum allowable offer. This is what you yourself can pay for a property that a seller is trying to sell. You need to know exactly how much you can offer for that property so you can resell it for a profit. Okay, and the MAO is the max you can pay for the property, and your assignment fee, that's the fee you charge for finding the deal. So once everything is closed, once you find the property and resell it to someone, your assignment fee is what you charge on top of what the seller is selling the property for, so you can make a profit. So this is the equation for finding your maximum allowable offer. Your ARV, which we found, you're going to need to know the ARV, and you're going to multiply the ARV by 0.70. You're going to minus the repairs that we went over. I showed you exactly how to find the repairs. You're going to plug in your repairs and minus your assignment fee. For just an example, I went ahead and put the assignment fee of $10,000. So you're going to plug all of your numbers in the equation and get your MAO. That's the max that you can offer for a property. So for an example, I put $100,000 for a property for the ARV. I found the comps. Now we see that in this neighborhood, properties are selling for $100,000. So you plug the $100,000 in and you multiply 100,000 by 0.70. You minus the repairs, which is $20,000, because not much was wrong with the property. You just need a few repairs. You minus that by 20,000 and you minus by your assignment fee. Minus that number by your assignment fee and you get $40,000. Go ahead and plug all of these numbers in so you can see exactly what I did to get the $40,000. So for a property that's worth $100,000 that need $20,000 in repairs and I'm trying to make $10,000, the most that I can offer is $40,000. Does everyone see how I came up with that number? This is another way to get you to understand exactly how to plug in the numbers. So I'm giving you another property. The ARV is $120,000. After we found the comps, the ARV is $120,000. The repairs are $20,000. And we're looking to make $10,000 for an assignment fee on this property. Go ahead and plug those numbers in to find the maximum allowable offer, or your MAO. So you can see the most that you can pay for this property, trying to make $10,000. I plugged in all the numbers and I came up with $54,000. You go ahead and plug in all these numbers so you can see exactly how I did it and see if you come up with the same maximum allowable offer. So we can make sure that you guys are doing this right. Okay, and here's another example. For a property worth $150,000, the ARV, with $25,000 in repairs, and you're trying to make $15,000 for an assignment fee, the maximum allowable offer is $65,000. Make sure that you're doing these correctly. I want to make sure everybody is getting this so you know exactly what to offer the seller. Okay, and here's another example. The ARV is $127,000. The repairs are $10,000. And you're looking to make $8,000 on the assignment fee. Your maximum allowable offer would be $70,900. Make sure you guys are plugging these numbers in to make sure you know and understand how to plug these numbers in to get the maximum allowable offer. Your MAO can vary and change depending on what type of person you're selling the property to. For a rental property, an investor will be willing to pay a little bit more because they're renting it out and they have to do very little to fix the property up to make it livable. All the investor is looking to do is make the property livable when they're trying to rent the property out. Repairs are a lot cheaper. Investors, they only fix it up to make it livable. The repair cost for a rental is normally no more than $10,000. And your assignment fee, that's the fee that you charge for the deal. Again, just like we did the first equation, this equation, the only thing that changes is the 0.70. You change it to the 0.80. So for a property that's worth $100,000, the ARV is $100,000, you multiply that by 0.80. You minus $20,000 from that number, and you take away another $10,000 to get your maximum allowable offer. For a property worth the same $100,000, you're allowed to pay $10,000 more to a seller that's looking to rent the property out rather than someone who's going to fix it up and resell it to a homeowner. Okay, and these are both of the equations. For a fix and flip here, you're going to use the 0.70. That's who needs a rehab, and the investor, they're looking to resell it for a big profit. For a buy and hold investor, is going to be the 0.80 equation. These are both of the equations. Make sure you write both of these equations down. Okay, and just to go over the assignment fee a little bit more and give you more information so you don't lose out on any deals, You're not always going to get paid the numbers you plug in. That's just another estimate, just so you can get your numbers. Sometimes you may plug in $10,000, but the buyer wants to pay you $7,000 more than you got the property. Take the $7,000. It's $3,000 off, but it's still a profit. Even if it goes as little as $1,000, you're making a profit. Take the $1,000. Do not lose out on a deal by trying to be greedy. All your deals are not going to be huge profits. You're going to have some small deals and some big deals. They all vary depending on what you purchased the property at. Okay, and these are a little tips that I came up with that will help you a lot in your business. And this is some great tips for getting started. The first one is the most important tip that anyone can ever give you. Take action. Just do it. You will never get a deal if you never get started. Do not sit around, oh, I need to create my business letters. Oh, I need to create my business card. I need a business name. Just do it. Do not procrastinate. Procrastination in this business will put you out of business. Get started. Okay, and tip number 2. Wholesaling is a marketing business. Just like any other business, all you are doing is marketing to get more deals. Be creative, stand out, and be different. Stay away from what everyone else is doing. You have to make the homeowner say, I'm going to call you versus anyone else. They need to call you before they call anyone else that's in this business, in your market. The third tip, if you're not quick on your feet, you will miss out on a lot of deals. Like I said before, do not procrastinate. This is not a business for procrastinators. You need to get on your job. Do what you need to do to get deals. And tip number 4. When you get a deal, reinvest your money to get more deals. Do not get your first $10,000 deal and go out spending all your money on unnecessary stuff. Put that $10,000 back into your business to make another $30,000, $40,000. Keep marketing. Use the money that you make in this business to market more. Once you get a steady income, then you can start taking the salary. Do not get your first deal and just go spending on unnecessary things. Spend your money on marketing. Tip number 5. Go to biggerpockets.com, type it in. You can meet buyers in your industry. You can meet many people in your industry, many people in your city, state, your neighborhood who are willing to help you. You go on there, you can ask any type of real estate questions, and you have top wholesalers, top people in real estate. They will answer your questions. That's making millions of dollars in real estate, all for free. And do not forget, take action. Just do it. You will never get a deal if you never get started. Again, you will never get a deal if you never get started. Tip number 6. Follow everyone that has to do with real estate on social media. I don't care if they're a realtor. I don't care if they're a wholesaler. If they are a real estate investor, follow them. If they have anything to do with real estate, follow them. Many people give out great tips on Facebook especially. If they have anything to do with real estate, follow them. Be their friend. Engage with them. Build a rapport with them. Become friends with them. That will help you out tremendously in this business by being friends with a lot of people in this business. Tip number 7. Contact a realtor. See what zip codes has the most cash transactions and buy a list in that zip code. Drive for dollars in that zip code. Ride around every street. Do not go on 2 or 3 streets and say, okay, that's it. Go down every street in that zip code and write down addresses that can be possible deals. You're going to get a lot of deals by driving for dollars. Tip number 8. If you don't have, tip number 8, if you have $1,000, put all your money on one marketing strategy. Preferably direct mail letters is what I prefer. If you have $1,000, please do not break your money up. $200 in direct mail, $200 in postcards, $200 in bandit signs. Do not break your money up like that. Put the whole $1,000 into one marketing strategy. That's what you're going to get deals from by putting it all on one marketing strategy. Later on, when you start getting a steady income, then you can branch off and go into different marketing strategies. But do not start off doing a lot of things at one time. Do one thing a lot of times. You will get more deals by doing one thing a lot of times than doing a lot of things a little bit of times. This is a consistent business. In order to get deals and leads, you need to do one thing consistently. Please do not break your marketing strategies up. Do one thing to start off. Once you get a hang of that and get a steady deal flow, then you can branch off and go into different marketing strategies. Tip number 9. You're going to hear no 1,000,000 times before you hear yes. Keep going. It's probably going to average out. You're going to get over 100 no's before you get that one yes. All it takes is one yes to change your life. All it takes is one yes to change your business. That one yes. Keep going. Tip number 10. Everything a motivated seller says to you, write it down. You'll get more deals because the motivated seller, they feel like you're listening to them. They want to do business with people that they like. Nobody wants to do business with someone they don't like. Get them to like you. Tip number 11. When you found a property driving for dollars, go ahead and ask the neighbors about the owner of the property. Many cases I've found properties driving for dollars. You go and ask the neighbors and they know a ton about the property. They know a ton about the property owner. They may even have the property owner's telephone number. Just talk to the neighbors. They may give you that information. That is key. And again, this is very important. That's why I put it on this slide as well. Take action. Just do it. You will never get a deal if you never get started. Get started. After this video, do not try to keep going from video to video to video, from seminar to seminar to seminar, trying to learn information. Everything you need to know is in this video for you to get started in wholesaling real estate. And these are 3 more tips, great tips for newly investors. What to avoid before getting started in real estate investing. Fear, waiting for a logo, business name, or stalling. You do not need a business name to get started in this business. I closed my very first deal in my personal name. I did not have a business name. Do not let fear keep you away from getting started. Do not let waiting for a logo keep you from getting started. Do not stall. Get started. That's the only way that you will get deals, by getting started, by marketing, by calling sellers, by sending out letters, by sending out postcards. Get started. Number 2 on this page, I'm going to explain the roller coaster rides to investing. This business is not consistent. Some months you may get 20 deals. The very next month, most of the time, you may get no deals. Save your money. Put your money into marketing. Do not spend your money going out trying to live a rich lifestyle. Do not do this. You're going to have to restart your whole business over. Use that money to make you more money. I'm going to explain the always start, never finish mentality, starting out. If you start and don't finish, you will never get results. You have to finish. Do not start writing letters or printing out letters and never send them out. If you start something, finish it. That's the only way you're going to see results. Finish what you started. And again, this is very important. That's why I have it again on this slide. Take action. Just do it. You will never get a deal if you never get started. Remember that. That is key. Okay, and this is for you guys who get started and you're not seeing any results. Once you start marketing for a month and you don't get any deals, keep marketing. You will never get a deal without marketing. Please do not stop marketing. If you send out 300 letters and you don't hear anything, send another 300 letters to the same exact list. Keep marketing. That's the only way you're going to see deals. And again, I have it on this slide again because this is very important. Take action. Just do it. You will never get a deal if you never get started. Get started. Now you learn what a motivated seller is. You learn how to find the motivated sellers. You learn how to market to the motivated sellers. You learn the ARV. You learn how to come up with your offer. Now you need to know how to get the property pennies on a dollar. This is very key. Okay, in order to get the property pennies on the dollar, you need to build a rapport with the seller. If the seller likes you, they will do business with you. You want to get the seller to like you. Show the seller you care about them. Nobody wants to do business when if I see someone only cares about the money or making money from the transaction, I would not do any business with them. Show the seller that you care about them. Show the seller you want to help them. That will get you more deals if you actually care about their situation, trying to get them out of their situation. That will get you more deals. Know their why. You need to know, why are they selling this property? Care. Show them you're trying to help them out of their situation. Know their why. Don't sound desperate. I don't care if your leg is about to get cut off if you don't come up with $300,000. Do not show the seller that you're desperate to get this transaction over so you can hurry and get the money. Be a great listener. Make sure you write down everything that the seller says. Write that information down. Get to know the seller. Make them laugh. Have great conversation over the phone. Do not just get what you need and hurry and hang up. Make them laugh. Go back and forth. Ask how their day is. Show them that you care. Do not make the seller feel like you're here only to take their house and, oh, you're on to the next house. Be there for the seller. Show them you're there to serve and fix their problems or situations. And once you're on the phone with them, say a seller gives you a call, mirror the caller. If they're talking all joyful, you talk joyful. If they're talking loud, you talk loud. If they're talking low, you talk low just like them. Mirror them. That is a marketing technique. Mirror the caller. Getting the property's pennies on the dollar. Know the seller's why and find a way to fix their problem or situation. This business is about fixing people's problems. If I own a property and I can't leave out of state to go move with my family because I'm tied down to this house, I need someone to come here and fix my problem, get me out of this house so I can go move back with my family. That is a problem or a concern of mine. I need you guys to fix my problem. That's what this business is all about. Fixing people's problems or situations. Make sure the homeowner gives their offer first. This is a great technique to getting properties pennies on the dollar. Do not give your offer first. Say you find a property and a seller, they really wants to sell their property, but they want to see exactly how much they can get for the property. If you tell them they can get $50,000 and they're willing to take $40,000, but you said 50, so they're going to go at 50, you just missed out on $10,000. Make them give you their offer first, then go from there. And this is another key thing. Most sellers, once you get them on the phone, they would look on the tax assessor's website, and whatever the property is assessed at, the assessment, they will have in their mind, oh, my property is worth this. You need to educate them, show them what their property is really worth. Their property is not always worth the assessment. 100% of the time, their property is never worth the assessment. Sometimes the assessment will have $200,000 and the property is really worth $300,000 or $400,000. Sometimes it will have $70,000 and the property is worth $10,000 or $15,000. Always do your research and educate the seller on why their property is not worth what the assessment value is on the assessor's website. Follow up is key into this business. This will get you more than 80% of your deals, following up with the sellers. Just because you talk to them 1 month and they say they don't want to sell their property, that doesn't mean next month they won't be in a situation that causes them to have to sell their property. Seller situation might change from 2 months ago. Follow up with them. Make sure that they still don't want to sell their property. Having your previous notes makes you look good. Once you follow up with them next month after they say, I don't want to sell my property, and you just follow up with them, keep all the notes that you had from the previous month. That will make you look good. That will make them see, okay, this person cares about me. This person actually listens to me. And you get the deal, sometimes at a lower offer once you follow up. Say this month the seller may want $50,000. Say you follow up with them in the next month or two. Their property is still not selling, but they still want to get rid of this property. They may go down on their offer because they want to hurry up and get rid of the property. Keep following up. Keep marketing to these people. Another key reason is you find out the property has been sold. You can stop sending letters to them. You need to keep following up with the property owner. Or if you don't follow up with them, maybe another 3 months go by and you finally decide to follow up. Someone already bought the property that you could have bought. That happened to me a lot of times when I first got into this business. I don't follow up with the property owner, and 2 or 3 months go down the line and they sell the property that they didn't want to sell to me maybe 3 or 4 months ago. That means their situation has changed. Follow up is key. Make sure you are following up with the property owners. And these are a few great tips. When you're giving your offer, you should get the butterflies. You should be so scared to tell the property owner your offer. Do not do the equation of your MAO and you feel, hey, this may be too low. So once you talk to the seller, you get scared and you mark up your price and it's not really a deal for you. You're just trying to get something under contract. You should, whatever your MAO is, that is what you tell the seller. That's your maximum offer. Even if your MAO is $50,000, I may start off with $47,000 and work my way up to the $50,000 because I know that I can do $50,000. This is key to getting deals, pennies on the dollars. It's properties that sold for $1,000, $2,000. I have a friend on Facebook that just bought a property 2 or 3 weeks ago for $4,000. You never know if you never ask. You will never get a deal for $2,000 if you never ask to purchase a house for $2,000. Ask. You should get butterflies when you're giving your offer. Listen carefully and document everything about the seller. I said this before. This is very key. They want to see that you're listening. They want to see that you care about them. And when giving your offer, go to the worst part of the house. Say you have an appointment to view the house and it's the time that you should be giving your offer. You already received the offer from the seller. Go to the worst part of the house. Look around. Make them look around and say, You want 50,000 for this, and all of this is wrong with this property. Go to the worst part of the house. That would usually get them to come down on their property, so you can get the property for it cheaper. If the owner states the property doesn't need any repairs, ask, does the property need any repairs or cosmetic work? You will get a lot of calls from homeowners stating, oh, my property is in good shape. Nothing's wrong with my property. It's livable like this now. You're going to find out once you go out to the property needs a ton of work. Try to get that out of them, exactly what is wrong with the property. And advise the owner you can close as soon as possible. This is key. They want to hurry up and get out of the property. Let them know. Sell them. When do you want to close? I can close by the date that you want to close. I can close in 1 week. Let them know you can close fast. You can close quickly. Okay, and now that we went over the tips, I'm going to go over controlling the deal with you guys. This is how you control the deal. Once you give your offer to the seller and the seller accepts your offer, now you need to sign a contract. This contract is called the purchase and sales agreement. This is the contract that you're going to use to get paid. And a purchase and sales agreement is an agreement to purchase real estate. Okay, and I'm going to put down in the description, as along with all of the other information, a purchase and sales agreement showing you how to fill it out. I'm going to write in all the blank spaces so you know exactly where to put all of the information on how to fill out the purchase and sales agreement. You will find out exactly whose name the property is in by going back to the tax assessor's website. Like I showed you guys how to pull up a property on the assessor's website. So pull that information. Whenever you're filling out a contract, always go to the tax assessor's website. Never go based on information that the seller gives you. Go by the information that's documented in the county system. If the property is in multiple names, say for instance, a property is owned by 3 siblings, each person's name has to be on the contract, and every single one of them have to sign the contract. Make sure each one of them sign it. If the owner has appliances that you want, say the owner doesn't want the appliances. I did this many of times. I put down in the terms and conditions, I wrote down all of the appliances go to Dominique Royal. I take the appliances after closing if the owner doesn't want the appliances. And with this purchase and sales agreement, you are protected by the clauses in the contract. Make sure you read the clauses, know exactly how you're protected. The contract below is the exact contract that I use in my real estate business to this day. I'm not telling you to use it. I'm just letting you know that this is what I use. If you want a legal advisor to draw you up a contract, contact a lawyer. But I'm just letting you know that these are the contracts that I use in my business to this day. And when filling out the contract, when you get to the closing date, put the closing date as far out as possible. I like to do maybe 2 or 3 months out. If you get questioned by the seller, which I normally do, this is what I always tell the seller. Hey, you know everyone is not perfect. The title company may have a few hiccups and they can't close by the date that we need to close by. So we would have to draw up a new contract and have you sign it and I sign it again, send it back, which will cause a further delay. So to keep from doing all that, I just extended the closing so we don't have to redo a contract. But I do plan on closing a lot sooner than the closing date. Give them that spiel, and 10 out of 10 times they would accept that answer. Every time I get questioned, I let them know that, in 10 out of 10 times nothing is brought up after I explain that. When filling out the contract, put the full legal description on the contract from the tax assessor's website. I don't care if it's 100 lines long. You cannot sell the property if the full description is not listed on the contract. Please do not try to take any shortcuts. Just go ahead and do it right the very first time, because you're going to have to keep redoing it if you don't get it right. And after you finish filling out the contract, to get it to the seller quicker, you can go ahead and email the contract so they can print it off, sign it, and email it back to you, so you don't have to waste any gas trying to go over and take the contract to the seller. Okay, you have the contract signed. Now what? Once you get the contract signed by the seller, you're going to find a investor-friendly title company. What I did when I first got into this business, I follow a lot of real estate people on Facebook, and a lot of them, they post their checks on social media, letting everyone know, hey, I just closed this deal. On that check, you can see the title company that they use. What I did is I used the title company that I seen on a lot of people's checks. If you notice, a lot of people will use the same title company because that title company is good. So I just went ahead and used that title company, and I haven't had any problem from that title company since. So if you're in Tampa, Florida, go ahead and use Pure Title. They are an investor-friendly title company. You won't have any problems with them. Once you get the contract signed by the seller, you can go ahead and email them to this address if you are in Tampa, Florida. If you're not in Tampa, Florida, do not submit your contract to this title company. This is all of their information. And on the contract, it asks you to send the title company a $10 earnest money deposit. 9 out of 10 times you don't have to send it. You would get every now and then that they would request it. Normally, they would just put it all, once all the money is down at the title company, they would just add it on to the HUD one, and you don't have to worry about it. But just see if you need to take that $10 earnest money deposit. I would just take it down there either way and let them let you know whether they would take it or not. But this is all of their information. If you are in need of a good title company, a investor-friendly title company, just ask people on Bigger Pockets, ask people on Facebook, and you would find out exactly what is the best title company in your area. Okay, and now what we are about to learn is finding the buyer. This is how you're going to get paid. This is what you're going to learn. The importance of a cash buyer, the traits of a cash buyer. What's a good deal for a cash buyer? 7 strategies to finding a cash buyer and building a cash buyer's list. This is key to your business. This is how you get paid. Okay, and now what we're going to go over is, what is a cash buyer? A cash buyer is someone who will purchase the property that you have under contract with the seller, all cash. A cash buyer is not someone who's going to purchase a property with a loan. You want to sell the property to someone who's going to pay all cash to purchase the property. These are the people that will be paying you for your deals. Someone who buys houses to fix them up and resells them, that's an investor. That's a cash buyer. Someone who buys houses and rents them out, that's a landlord. That's a cash buyer. Anyone who does either of the two, those are cash buyers. And cash buyers are important. Why? Without a cash buyer, you do not get paid. It's no way for you to get paid without the cash buyer when you're trying to wholesale. You can't sell the property if you don't have a cash buyer. Your business will fail if you have no cash buyers. These are traits of a cash buyer. They must have cash. Shouldn't have a problem with closing in 7 to 10 days or less. Must provide me with proof of funds. I normally get proof of funds if I never did business with this cash buyer before. Good cash buyers, that they will buy all of your deals, so you know they have funds, so I wouldn't bother with cash buyers who I've done business with before, but anyone new, I would request a proof of funds to make sure that they have the funds to purchase the property. So they don't tie your property up and you have to wait 30 days just to resell the property. You will get a lot of people in this business that you will find out for yourself that they are not true cash buyers. They're here to waste your time. Do not waste your time with people who do not have cash. Make sure that they have cash. They must provide a non-refundable deposit of $500 to $1,000 up front. That $500, I normally do $1,000 to the title company. They have to send that $1,000 to the title company. If they don't send that $1,000 earnest money deposit to the title company, I do not do any business with them. If you have a deal, they should not have any problem with sending that $1,000 to the title company as an earnest money deposit. And a true cash buyer does not care how much money you're making. I made thousands of dollars. If anyone questions how much money I'm making, I would not do business with them. A true cash buyer does not care how much money you're making. You're going to learn what's a good deal for a cash buyer. How much can you sell the property for? You need to know this information. You need to know there are two different types of buyers, a fix and flip investor and a buy and hold investor. Fix and flip investors like to buy at a big discount because they are taking on the risk. They are taking on a huge risk. So they like to buy at a very big discount. A buy and hold investor, they will purchase the property at a higher price because they're looking to receive income every month over time. As long as they keep their property, most likely they will be receiving income. So they're willing to pay a little bit more for a property. Okay, and a fix and flip investor, in order to sell to a fix and flip investor, it has to be at a certain price. This is the formula to sell to a fix and flip investor. You're going to plug in your ARV, which I showed you how to get. Plug in your ARV and multiply that by 0.70. You're going to take away your repairs, minus your repairs. Whatever number you get here, that is what you can sell the property for. This equation is different from the first formula that I showed you how to come up with your maximum allowable offer. That was to show you how much you can pay for the property. This is showing you how much you can sell the property for. So plug in the numbers into this formula, adding your ARV, multiply that by 0.70. minus repairs, and that is your sale price. You need to get the property under the sale price. Say the sale price is $80,000 for you to sell to an investor. If you get the property for $78,000, that is good because you're making a $2,000 profit. Anything under the sale price, what you can sell the property for, is great because you're making a profit. Okay, and a buy and hold investor, this type of buyer would love to buy at a huge discount, but they are also willing to spend a little bit more for a property because they are renting it out and receiving income that way. This type of buyer doesn't do the wow factor repairs, just enough to get someone to be able to live in there, and that's good with them, and so they can start making money. This is the formula for the sell price for a buying hold investor. You plug the numbers into the formula, the ARV, multiply that by 0.80. You minus the repairs, will normally be no more than $10,000, and that is your sell price. That is what you can sell this property for. So anything under the sell price is okay to purchase the property under. If the property is the sell price where you can sell this property for $85,000, if you can get the property for $84,000 under contract with the seller, you're making a $1,000 profit. It is ideal to get it as low as possible so you can sell as high as possible. That's where you make the most money. And we're going to go over different strategies to finding cash buyers. The very first strategy is bandit signs. We went over bandit signs to find deals. Now you can use bandit signs to sell the deals. This is very effective. Put out 20 to 25 signs out per deal. And what I would do, what I found the very best way to put out these bandit signs for selling a property is put most of your signs on busy roads and close to Home Depot and Lowe's as possible. I would put it soon as you drive out of Lowe's or Home Depot, I would put it accessible so all of the people can see that. Because if you think about it, everyone who's buying homes, they have to go to Home Depot or Lowe's to get all of the items to fix up the properties. So if they see the signs soon as they leave, they more than likely would call you. And I would hang them up versus putting them in the ground, because people can pull them up out the ground. If you hang them up high, not many people can take those down unless the wind or rain knocks the signs down. Another strategy to finding cash buyers. Strategy number 2 is Craigslist, Backpage, and Facebook.com. I would post little ads just like the one on the screen stating your ARV, the repairs, your asking price, so you can sell this property. A lot of cash buyers are on these sites looking for deals. Please use this site to sell your deals, as well as bandit signs. What I would do is post 3 ads a day on each site every single day until you get this property sold. The third strategy to finding cash buyers, strategy number 3, is using your tax assessor's website. I showed you how to go on here to find the property owners. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to find the cash buyers on this site. So what you're going to do is click property search again. And instead of using the basic search to find the property, we're going to use the sales search. So click on sales search tab, and in specify property type, go to single family, and then down towards the bottom, you're going to see sales date. Go back 6 months from your date. From the date that it is that you're searching, go back 6 months. Go all the way down and click search. Once you click search, you're going to find everyone who purchased a property within the last 6 months in your city. So what you're going to do is find all of the LLC buyers. Anyone that has LLC on the end of their name, you want to click on the LLC buyers. And then just like you found the property owner, you're going to get their address. And then send them a letter stating, hey, I have this house for sale. Let me know if you want to buy it. Put your phone number down so they can give you a call. This is a great way to finding cash buyers. Okay, and the fourth strategy to finding cash buyers is going to meetup.com. Here it is, meetup.com. So in the search bar, you're going to type in TBREIA. That's TBREIA. And hit enter to search. Tampa Bay Real Meeting. This is for the people who are in Tampa Bay. Click on the real meeting, the main real meeting. And then you're going to come to this page. Hover over the discussion tab and click on mailing list. You need to be signed in order to see all of this information. Make sure you create an account to sign in. Once you click mailing list, you're going to come to this page. It may be a little different because all of this information is going to be different for you if you're not in Tampa. But this is how many people are on this mailing list. 1,103 people are on this mailing list. You want to take this email address and write it down. For you who are in Tampa, write this email address down. Again, for you who are in Tampa, write this email address down. Once you get this email address, once you get a deal, you can go ahead and insert all of the information to your deal in an email and send it to this email address. You're going to get 1,103 people looking at that email address. And out of that 1,103 people, you may get a few buyers. Well, this is mostly all buyers. It's maybe half wholesalers and half cash buyers. Send your property to this email address. This is a great tip to finding cash buyers. Okay, and strategy number 5, using Google. Just go on Google and search We Buy Houses Tampa, being that I'm in Tampa. If you're somewhere else, type We Buy Houses in your city and hit search. You're going to see these ads at the top of the page. Go ahead and click on each one of the ads. This is another great way to finding cash buyers. If they're paying to have their information at the top of the page, that means they're serious about purchasing houses. So give these people a call or just enter your information inside the website. Strategy number 6. This is a key way to finding cash buyers. This is a way that I sold many of my properties. You contact realtors or agents. Have the realtor send you cash only sales. Send them a letter to their address of the cash only sales that the realtor sends you. Or you can let the realtors know you have a property, and most of them have a cash buyers list that they can email the property to. You can send the realtor your property, and the realtor would send a blast email to every cash buyer that they have. And that's another good way to selling your property. All you got to do is pay the realtor a little fee, sometimes $500 for the referral, and they're good to go. That's another great tip to selling your property. And strategy number 7 is a joint venture. What you can do is contact other wholesalers that you find on Facebook. Contact them because many of them, they've been in this business for many years and they have a huge cash buyers list. So you can send the deal to them and cut them in on the deal, and they can sell the property for you to one of their cash buyers. And that's called a joint venture. And that I have a joint venture contract down below that you can go ahead and fill out, you and the wholesaler, and you guys can sell the property that way. And this is another good way to finding motivated sellers, because a lot of wholesalers, they can't sell their property because maybe they don't have a huge cash buyers list. But if you get your cash buyers list up and get a lot of cash buyers, you can contact other wholesalers to see if they have deals, and you can send a list to your cash buyers and you can get income that way. You can pay the other wholesaler half your profit for finding the buyer, or you can negotiate whatever you would like to pay the other wholesaler for selling your property. Strategy number 8 to finding cash buyers. So once you did all of the previous strategies and you build up a big list of cash buyers, what you can do now on, you can just send a big blast email to your big list of cash buyers, or you can send a text blast to your list of cash buyers that you built up over time. Okay, you found the cash buyers. Now what? Now what you need to do is agree on a price to sell the property. So once you and the cash buyer agree, what you're going to do is fill out an assignment of contract. That's going to be in a link in the description below. So click on that link so you can find the assignment of contract. Once you click that link, I'm going to have another link to show you exactly how to fill it out. I'm going to fill out all the blanks so you can see how to fill it out. So click the link in the description below. Okay, and once you and the buyer fills the contract out, What you're going to do is send that contract to the title company that you sent the previous contract to. Whatever title company you use for you and the seller, you're going to use the same title company for you and the buyer. So send it to the same title company. If you're in Tampa, here is the information. All you have to do is email both contracts to here, and they will get your information. And just give them a call just to make sure that they receive the contracts. And after this is received, you will set a closing date. So you will contact the title company, set a closing date. Make sure that they send you a preliminary HUD-1. Make sure your assignment fee is on the HUD-1 when the title company sends you the pre-HUD. If your name is not on the HUD-1, you will not get paid. Make sure your name and the amount you're supposed to get paid is on the HUD-1. And this is an example of an HUD-1. This is the HUD-1 that I got paid on my very first deal. As you can see here, it says assignment fee to Dominique Royal with $9,700. This is how the HUD-1 would look. Your assignment fee to your name would either be at the top or the very bottom. Make sure somewhere on the HUD-1 that the title company sends you, your name and the amount that you're supposed to get paid is on there. If your name is not on there, you are not getting paid. Okay, and now we're going to go over the different types of closings. They're the traditional wholesale closing and also the double closing. I let you know in the beginning of the video that I will share this information with you. Okay, the traditional closing is when the cash buyer brings his or her funds to the deal and pays you, the wholesaler, and the seller of the property all at once. The pros are there is no extra closing fees. The cons, the seller can see exactly what you made. Some sellers have a problem with that because they don't like to see that you made money on their property when all you did was sell the property. You're not really buying the property. Sometimes you make more money than the seller and they don't want to see that. So that is a con. The traditional wholesale closing, what you can request at the title company, if it's a friendly investor title company, you can request a seller side only HUD. This is when a regular traditional closing, but the seller cannot see the wholesaler's information. Only the buyer can see the wholesaler's information. So the seller only sees what has to do with the seller. They can't see how much money you're making or anything. So I like to request this, even if the seller doesn't have a problem with me making money. I like to request this because you never know. The pros is the seller can't see what you made on the deal. And the cons is nothing. It's a win-win for you. Nothing bad can go wrong. A double closing, this is also known as a back-to-back closing. This is when the wholesaler acts as the buyer on the first closing in one room and go in another room and they resell the property to the cash buyer. The pros is you only own the property for 2 minutes. Sometimes you can use the cash buyer's money. You don't have to pay any fees to use the cash buyer's money. The cons, sometimes the cash buyer doesn't want you to use their money and you have to use a hard money lender. So you have to pay a fee to use their money for maybe 30 minutes. So that's the cons to doing a double closing. If you can't request a seller side only HUD and you don't want the seller to see exactly how much money you're making, this is the next best thing, doing a double closing. You're going to get a little fee charge on your money because you have to pay taxes and you have to pay for using other people's money. But this is the next best thing so the deal won't fall through. Sometimes the deal would fall through if the seller finds out you're making maybe $20,000 to $30,000 and they're only making $10,000. So I would do a seller side only HUD or a double closing for that situation. Okay, and now that you learned everything, I'm going to go through this step by step so you get the flow, because I just threw a lot of information to you. I want you to get get this information step by step so you know what to do step by step. So step 1, you're going to find a list of properties, whether that's absentee owners, whether you go to the courthouse to get probate, whether you do driving for dollars. You need to find a list of absentee owners. Step 2, you're going to market to the properties, whether that's direct mail, postcards to the absentee owners, or you can do the bandit signs to people driving around in the cars. But you need to market to the absentee owners. Step 3, the homeowner calls you, letting you know, hey, I want to sell my house. What you do then is you go out and get all of the information on their property. While you're on the phone, you get all of the information about the seller, about their property, how much they want to sell the property for, and make sure you get their phone number. Write that information down. Try to set some type of appointment to go out and look at the property. Make sure you go out, look at the property so you know for yourself exactly what repairs need to be done on the property. And you let them know, hey, I'm going to do a little bit more research and give you a call back with my offer. So you hang up with them. So your very next step is from talking to the seller, you go and pull comps. Come up with your MAO, your maximum allowable offer. Step 5, you call the seller back with your offer and they accept it. Yes. Once they accept your offer, we go to step 6. You fill out the contract, send it to the homeowner so they can sign it. Whoever owns the property, send it to them so they can sign it. Once they sign it, they send the contract back to you. And then step 7, you send the contract to the title company. Then we go on to step 8. You market for a buyer. You need somebody to buy this property. Then you go to step 9. You find the buyer and agree on the sale price. So you and the buyer agree on the sale price. Step 10. You fill out the assignment of contract with the buyer. You and the buyer sign the assignment of contract. Step 11. You send the assignment of contract to the same title company you sent the first contract to. Step 12, the buyer sends the earnest money deposit to the title company. Step 13, the title company does a title search. Once the title comes back clear, we go to step 14. The buyer sends the money to the title company and everyone gets paid. The seller gets paid and you get paid your assignment fee. And once you complete that step 14, what you do is you use that money and repeat the process. Go back to step 1 and keep going all the way to step 14. Once you get paid again, use that money, go back to step 1. This is a repeated process so you can keep getting paid. Once you stop using your money to market, that is when your business is going to die. You do not want your business to die. Keep marketing. Keep repeating these steps. Okay, guys, now that we learned how to wholesale real estate step by step, we're now going to learn how to automate your business so you can work on your business and not in your business. Okay, and these are little tips on why you want to automate your business. Your overall goal is to be an owner and not an employee. Without a system, you don't own a business. You are the business. Learn to outsource. Don't do everything yourself. Learn to outsource things. You don't want any sellers calling your phone. Okay, and to automate your business, it's ideal to hurry up and get everything pushed off so you don't have to do anything. But the way to go is to start slow. Learn your business first and then slowly automate your business once you know all the ins and outs to your business and you know exactly how things are working and how things are flowing. And this is something you do not want to do. Do not use your personal number. You don't want any sellers calling your personal cell. It keeps you organized and sellers won't catch you off guard. And trust me, you will get calls all the time, all through the day, all through the night. You don't want sellers calling your phone. If you think about it, many people you will be sending these letters to, Most of them are not in your time zone, so they will call you all throughout the day and night. If you're low on funds, I would suggest using Google Voice. Well, I would suggest using Google Voice starting out, whether you have funds or not. You don't want to waste your money. You want to get everything into a system. You want to know exactly how things flow and works. So start off using Google Voice so you can get a system down pat. Once you get everything flowing and steady deals every month, then you can go ahead and go to Pat Live. Google Voice is a free service. You can set it up to send calls to your personal cell or just to Google Voice, and you can receive the voicemails and messages. Make sure you create 2 accounts, one for your sellers and one for your cash buyers. You want those separate so you can track your marketing campaign, so you know exactly how many leads you're getting from each postcard or each direct mail piece that you send out. And you want to know how effective your marketing is for your cash buyers. So keep those separate. Okay, and Pat Live, what you can do is a free 14-day trial. It starts out at $85 per month. A live person will answer the phone for you, so you don't have to worry about answering your phone. Someone will do all of that for you. This is the ideal situation to be in, the Pat Live, but I would start off slow and use Google Voice so you can get everything down pat. You can give them a script and they will say exactly what you want them to say. They will note everything down and send it to you wherever you need it to go. They will send all of that information to you. And again, start slow. Learn your business first. Okay, and another way to automate your business so you don't have to sit here and waste a lot of your time doing things that doesn't make you money is go to yellowletterscomplete.com, and they can do all of your handwritten letters. I would say again, start off slow, do everything yourself so you can get the hang of it and see how things flow in your business. They also do postcards for you. Send the postcards out. You don't have to worry about any of this. It saves you time, but it is a bit pricey. You don't have to be up for days stamping and licking envelopes. But again, start slow. Learn your business first. Okay, and outsourcing to a virtual assistant. This is key once you get a steady flow of deals. A virtual assistant is someone who generally self-employed provides professional services. They generally work for you. And these are a few benefits of having a virtual assistant. They manage your CRM. Podio, that is the CRM I currently use. It keeps your business organized. I suggest getting Podio as soon as possible. It's, I think, maybe $10 a month, but it is very crucial to your business because you want everything organized. They also build your buyers list so you don't have to spend time posting ads on Facebook or Backpage or even Craigslist. They even write contracts for you so you don't have to spend time writing your own contracts. They manage your social media accounts. They set appointments for you with the sellers and the buyers. They talk to sellers for you. When you get a steady flow of deals coming in every month, you will become very busy. So this is where your virtual assistant will come in at. They pretty much do any and everything in your business that doesn't make you money, so you can focus on everything that makes you money. But again, start slow. Learn your business first. You need to work your business so you can learn exactly what you need your virtual assistant to do. So do not go out getting a virtual assistant as soon as you start wholesaling. There are many ways, but this is one way you can hire a virtual assistant. You can go to Upwork.com and pay a VA or virtual assistant $3 to $5 an hour. That's why virtual assistants are key. Most of them are in the Philippines, and $3 to $5 an hour, that is a lot of money to them, but it's very little to us for all of the work that they can do. So a virtual assistant is ideal. But again, start slow. And before you hire them, ask them to complete some type of task by the next day. So that way you can see how dedicated they are and how good they follow directions. All right, setting up your company. You don't need to set up a business to close deals. You can close deals in your name. That is what I did for my very first deal. My deal was in my name. I didn't need a business name or anything. So don't waste your time putting off marketing because you don't have a business name. Start. You can close deals in your own name. And make sure you speak with an attorney to see what type of business best fits you, whether that's an LLC or a corporation. And again, start slow. You don't need a business name as soon as you start wholesaling. These are ways on how to set up your company. You can go to LegalZoom.com and pay the fee. They can set it up for you. Or you can go to the Department of State or sunbiz.com, or you can contact an attorney. On LegalZoom.com, everything will be done for you. All you do is pay the fee, let them know what name you would like. Everything will be done for you. These are the different packages they have. Or you can go through the Department of State and do everything yourself. Cheapest way by doing everything yourself, go to sunbiz.org and send that information in. Okay, and I believe this way is the most expensive way, is going through an attorney, but you know for sure everything will be done for you the correct way. And also they will let you know whether your plans are for an LLC or a corporation. That is key because you don't want to set it up for an LLC and you're thinking about going further in your business, not only wholesaling, but also flipping and buying properties, buying and holding. So you may want to do in a corporation. Just contact an attorney and they will see what best fits your business. Okay, this is key by building a team for your business. You want to have bird dogs. Bird dogs are people who are out in the field finding deals for you and sending them over to you. And you pay them some type of fee. You can put out Facebook statuses stating you will give them a referral fee for $500, $1,000, whatever you decide to do. You will have bird dogs on your team out looking for deals for you, just sending you deals. And all you have to do is pay them $500 or $1,000. You want lenders, people who lend money. If you want to further your business and start flipping or buying and holding, this is key to that. You want lenders on your team. You want cash buyers. I show you guys how to find cash buyers. So market for cash buyers. You want a huge cash buyers list. You want partners. Other partners can do joint ventures with you. That brings in more money when you don't have any deals. They partner up with you. And you want a investor-friendly title company. You want an attorney, any legal issues you may have. You want an attorney before any legal issues or you have any questions about your business as far as taxes or anything like that. You want a good attorney. So contact an attorney. And a investor-friendly real estate agent. That is key to your business. You want an investor-friendly real estate agent. They will help grow your business in ways you can't even imagine. Okay, and this is how you build a team. You network. That's Facebook, any type of social media. Like I said, you want to be friends with any person that is in real estate. Network with them. Take them out to lunch. Buy them dinner. Get insight on what's working for their business. Networking is key. Go to real meetings. Like I showed you to send that email blast to that 1,103 people in the Tampa Bay Real. Go to those real meetings. Sign up for the real meetings. Sign up for the real emails so you know exactly when are the real meetings. Just go to meetup.com, type in real estate, and most likely the real meeting of your city would be on there. Just go to the real meetings. They give a lot of knowledge out at the real meetings. Sometimes they may charge maybe $20 to go to the real meetings, but that is a good investment. You want to go out to the real meetings. You will meet a lot of successful wholesalers, a lot of cash buyers. You will grow your business. You will find real estate agents. That is key to your business. Go to the real meetings and take people out to lunch or Starbucks. Buy them lunch, buy them coffee. Get insight on their business, what's working for them, what's not working for them, what's wasting their time, what doesn't give them money, what doesn't pay them money. Find that information out. Okay, and congratulations, you are now set to wholesale real estate. Good luck, guys. I wish you much success in your business.